Hey, what's up, guys? As you can see, I'm at the park. I haven't been here in a while, but just got done doing a little bit of HIIT training, trying to get my knees back right. And I got thinking about, what would be a good topic for this video. And it just hit me. There's a lot of things that happen to me sometimes. I'm like, why didn't somebody tell me? So here we go. Weight loss surgeries, the weight loss surgery pitfalls. Why didn't somebody tell me? So here we go, guys. Going into it, balls deep. First thing I'm going to bring up is because you're going to hear me say this: get your mind right. All right, you're going to probably hear that a lot of it. Train your brain. You're probably going to hear that a pretty good bit through this because a lot of it has to do with that. And that is this: the very first thing we're going to say is that your surgery was done on your tummy, not on your head. Unless you had lobotomy, you didn't have surgery in your brain to go along with your stomach. All right, you gotta train your brain. All right, here's the thing: your brain still wants the exact same things it did before. It wants to fill the stomach with the same capacities. It craves. It wants. It justifies. It manipulates. Minimizes. It exaggerates. It regrets. It does the same thing as it did before. It adds, subtracts, multiplies, divides. It does everything as it did before. Nothing's changed in your brain. You gotta train your brain to use the tool correctly. I hear it all the time, and it's like, I don't know, this, that, and the other. Train your brain. Chris, I'm a grown-ass person. Well, get your grown-ass mind right, and use the brain. Train your brain, alright? Keep that in mind, because a lot of stuff that I'm going to go through is off the top of my brain that I know of, and apparently I got nothing. There's nothing here, nothing scripted. See, look, see? I got no easel, no board, nothing like that. There is nothing here. I got no bullet points. I got nothing. It's all coming from here, stuff that I know, and I promise you can back every last one of them up. All right, so what I'm telling you now is to train the brain. All right, moving on, because a lot of things that they don't tell you that you need to know, and if you use your head right, you'll understand exactly what I'm telling you. Like, for instance, one of the things that they probably do not tell you is, like I said before at the intro of this thing, is that you're going to go through emotional stuff that they didn't tell you because they didn't want to admit it. They didn't want to admit that they got to looking in the mirror and just broke down crying because they can't believe what they see. They didn't want to tell you that, that they still see fat in the mirror because that fat brain ain't tripped because they ain't trained the brain yet. Guys, go into this thing with the whole thing in your mind that and in your heart and your soul and your brain. Find a little bit, do whatever you gotta do, but you've got to get your brain working correctly. Tilt, wired for sound for the surgery. If not, you're gonna have issues. A lot of y'all do anyway. And I'm sorry for being a dick at this point, but it really is that simple in a lot of ways to train your brain. Now, moving on. Okay, another thing that you may hear that you haven't probably not get told from your fellow sleepers is that if you have the gastric bypass, the pouch may stretch and eventually you may have less restriction, if any at all. Well, that goes without saying. I mean, your stomach is an organ and it is elastic, all right? So it is going to stretch, but it's going to go right back, all right? So don't think that because you ate a little bit more than what you're supposed to, that all of a sudden you're going to just have to go back and get a revision done, okay? That's something that nobody tells you. See, one other thing that you may not be told is that restriction or not, all right, you can easily gain weight at the weight loss surgery. All right, all because you had your stomach shrunk down does not mean that your body still has the capacity to produce or to digest or not digest or use or not use body fat. All right, good girls, if you had it done, all it is a tool to help you stay on track. It's not the magic pill. It's not the magic thing. And like some of these, you probably can't have these. Some of y'all can, some of y'all can't. Most because they're carbonated, but a lot of you guys can. I ain't scared, and I ain't ashamed to tell you. Now, the other thing with it is because in your brain, again, it all pretty much goes back so far. It all goes back to the fact that you had surgery on your stomach, not your brain. Because your body wants that pizza. It wants this, it wants that, it wants that. So you'll be less inclined to eat healthier foods than what you used to because, let's just face it, we all want what we can't have. And in a lot of cases, you can't have it anymore. So you want it. And you'll be less inclined to eat healthier food because of it, because you just want the shit. Everybody wants to eat the shit. But you gotta eat healthy. That's all there is to it. See, a lot of this stuff can be considered on a case-by-case basis. Like some of them, they'll tell you, hey, sugar's gonna hurt if you eat it. and some will say, well, sugar won't. But, and it says it right, sometimes sugar will hurt. But here's the thing, is that your body does adjust, right? So if you take in enough sugar, then you'll be able to take it in and actually take it and use it. But here's the thing, is that everybody all both know sugar is not a good thing to have for you guys, right? Right. And why do you think that is? Because of the dumping syndrome. Yes, dumping. If you're, if your weight loss surgery involves intestinal rerouting, which 9 times out of 10 it does, eating sugar, any sugar at all, may send you into painful stuff, like I said, spasms, vomit, diarrhea, toilet time, cold sweats, cramps, just overall, just wondering what the f is going on. And nobody told you that was dumping. Yes, it's dumping. And when it hits, oh God, you wishing that you had a kidney stone. Because that shit hurts like a motheroo. And you're praying for the pain to stop, just so that you can pass out. I've heard it actually being that bad. I've heard some dumping, so not that bad at all, I deal with it. But some of them, it'll put you on the floor. So, nobody tells you that, because everybody wants to tell you all the rainbows and unicorns about it, but there are stuff bad to this thing too. So that's some of it. How do you take care of that problem? Know what makes you dump and what doesn't make you dump, and stay away from it. Well, no, I know what you're thinking. Well, Chris, you can say that because you didn't have a surgery. Well, it don't matter, because like I said, the surgery is a tool. All right, there's still stuff I can't eat. Even though I live in Louisiana, in the land of food and opportunity and everything else, man, they got stuff I eat, and it's gonna put me on the toilet quick, fast, and hurry. Painful, burnful stuff. So don't make it sound like I don't have my own issues, right? Because a lot of times, again, everybody, once the surgery's done, the journey is pretty much the same as far as weight loss. It's the same as far as muscle building. Just like somebody gets on steroids, just like somebody gets on supplementation, just like you had surgery for the tool. And if you're thinking that you just did the surgery just to make yourself lose weight, then you did it for the wrong reasons. Does anybody tell you that? Probably not. Well, it just happened. Alright, this is another thing that probably said a lot of people probably didn't tell you. This thing all zoomed out of whack. It looks like it, huh? Let's see if we can't zoom this bitch back in. Because something happened, and I don't know. There it goes. Alright, we're good. Alright, now, a lot of people didn't tell you this. Probably that overeating is gonna hurt. But it probably won't stop you. Why? Because in your head, you still see that big old plate of spaghetti, and you're like, I used to eat it before, but can't eat it now? Because your brain ain't clicked in gear yet. You gotta make your brain click. You gotta make your brain realize, by training your brain, it's like anything else, your brain's a muscle, right? You gotta train the brain to understand what's going on so that you can do what you gotta do and use the tool like it's supposed to be used, right? You got to develop habits. You got to know what you're going on and trust the process. That's the biggest thing. And a lot of things too is that anybody ever tell you that if you don't trust the process, you're gonna end up like some of these other people that say trust the process. Trust the process, and you will end up like those that are trusting the process. If you don't trust the process, then you're gonna be like one of these haters on Instagram that all they want to do is send you a DM telling you how fat you are. Trust the process. Let your brain train the brain. All right, train your brain. Well, let's go into a couple of good ones that I get a lot of. Did anybody tell you that your tastes are gonna change? Anybody tell you that you used to want pizza, you used to like baked potatoes, you used to like cheeseburgers? You may not like them anymore. That's because your stomach doesn't want it. Actually, I heard somebody saying that the stomach has a mind of its own. Heard it before? Well, in the way it does. After surgery's done, your taste change. Smells go through your nose and out through, and then it makes your brain process things, and that changes. So a lot of things as far as taste buds change. Liquids, same way. Like I know one person in particular right now. She can't stand the taste of water. So what do? Put a little something in it, and what happens? I made a little bit of sugar in it, and then you got a problem. Now, in that case, I'm going to suggest something. Why don't you guys try putting BCAAs in your water? Flavored BCAAs. That way, your water's getting taste, and you're getting BCAAs in. The best of both worlds. Think about it, guys. I got the perfect BCAA for you. I'm going to say 5% nutrition all day you may. You can drink it all freaking day long, and no, I'm not an ambassador for 5% nutrition. I just believe in the shit. And after seeing this video, maybe they'll call me. Now, the they tell you anything about your posture may change? Why didn't they tell me? Why didn't they tell you that the posture's going to change? You know, well, think about it, guys. You used to be in top heavy, right? So you're constantly doing this number to stay balanced. Well, now this goes away, right? So now you're doing this. You're constantly going backwards. Your posture's going to change. All that, you have to basically retrain everything to have it better. I tell you that. This is not me making this stuff up. People are telling me these things. I'm hearing it from doctors. I'm hearing it from people who have it. Why didn't they tell me? You know, well, I'm telling you. So now you ain't got to have nobody tell you. Why didn't they tell you? Because I'm telling you right now. So you got no excuse for wondering how come your posture might get worse. Let me go to a little bit different. You got 50 pounds hanging on your chest, right? Or you got 50 pounds hanging around your gut, right? And you're constantly wanting to bend over, but you're walking tall, trying to keep that stuff from falling over on you, right? Well, you know, you got to learn to round the shoulders back. You got to learn how to walk without the waddle. You have to learn that. Nobody tells you that. But yet, you know, you find, I see a lot of people that once had a surgery, they still walk like that. And it actually hurts because it's throwing their posture out of whack when it was already out of whack in the first place. So you have to re-whack it or re-rack it. It pretty much goes back to train your brain. Train your brain, train your body. All right? Moving on to the next one. Now stuff's coming to me pretty good now, and I'm about to get rained on. So hurry up with this thing. How about this one? Your butt is going to hurt around your tailbone area. Well, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Because your butt, you're losing a lot of fat around your butt, right? So your tailbone, the padding around your tailbone is dwindling down. So sitting for a long time, especially on hard surfaces, it becomes very uncomfortable for you. So I really don't know what to tell you. If you're sitting on heavy surfaces, stop sitting on them. Get a donut. You know, and then butt donuts you get for pregnant women, where you can adjust the cheek thing, you know, and get a little donut about the big around you sit on. You can, you know, like in one movie, Bad Boys 2. You know, he bought him a donut, you know, when he got shot in the ass. You know, put that thing on the bottom of your butt to where it don't hurt. Getting in the bathtub. If you want to take a bath, take a jacuzzi, which I'm kind of like to do every now and again. And take a towel. Put a towel down there for you. Or, again, use your donut. It's waterproof. You know, things like that. There's things you can do to make it to where it won't hurt so bad. How about this one? Wardrobe changes. You're going to go through some wardrobe changes, and it's going to happen quite frequently. Me personally, I'm all about a wardrobe change, because if I get a wardrobe, listen, Mustang. If I get into a wardrobe change, that means I'm getting bigger. If I'm getting bigger, that means I'm not in a small no more. I'm not in a medium no more. I'm in a large, which means that is getting bigger. The muscles are popping. Now in your case, it's backwards. You know, you're not large anymore. You're not a double XL, triple XLT. You're an extra large. Then you're not large anymore. Then you're in the mediums. Next thing you know, you're in juniors. See, it's a constant process, and eventually you're gonna taper off, and you'll be where you want to go, and then you'll be able to find the clothes that you want. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But people don't always tell you that. Let's see. They ever tell you that you're going to get cold a lot? People are getting cold all the time. You could be, you know, in their house at, you know, 70 degrees and with the AC on and freezing. Why do you think that is? Nobody ever tell you that. I'm going to tell you why. Fat is also insulation. Why do you think polar bears and bears and whales and lions, tigers and bears, oh my, whenever it gets cold out there, I'm getting ready to get cold, they get to eating as much as they can, as much fatty foods as they can, because the fat insulates heat. Now, you have a surgery, you use the tool that you're supposed to, you're losing fat. So there goes your insulation. Boom. Take care of that problem. So if you get cold, wear a sweater. Like I go to my grandma's house, and she likes to keep that damn thing at 64 degrees. I'm like, holy shit. You know, I don't mind 64 degrees when I'm trying to sleep, because, oh, by the way, sleep is better when it's cold. All right, 64 degrees, typically you had the best sleep of your life if you haven't figured that out by now. But she likes to have it all the freaking time, and especially with cold. Cold can't regulate his temperature like we can. He's like an alligator. You know, you have to regulate it for him. So when he's at my house, I have to keep it right at 66, 65 degrees, and sometimes I'm wearing a hoodie around sometimes. It gets pretty cold, especially when the sun's out and it gets to raining. Yeah, so same principle, same process, guys. You're losing fat, you're losing insulation. So keep that in mind, okay? If I happen to tell you about, if you get on social media, about the haters. Oh yeah, people hate us all the time. No, but do they tell you about the unsupportive shit that you're gonna get saying, you're taking the easy way out. I'm going to do my best not to get started. You guys know how I feel about that. And if I hear anybody ever tell somebody weight loss surgery if they took the easy way out, I'm going to punch them dead in the throat. It is not the easy way out. Believe me, after everything I just told you guys, they're going to sit there and say, if you're not in weight loss surgery, and if you're weight loss, right, or even if you just have somebody like me trying to lift and you're lifting weights, putting muscle on, doing whatever it is, and you're seeing this thing, it is not the easy way out. After everything I just told you, after anything I just mentioned, you're going to sit there and tell me it's the easy way out? Not even close. Now, I'm not taking away from weight loss, right? Because I'm going to tell you, this is my personal opinion, and everybody says the same thing, guys, that the surgery is a tool, okay? It's all it is. I mean, like guys are on steroids, right? They're not natural anymore. But it's still a tool. I mean, you take steroids and sit on the couch, and nothing gonna happen. You have the surgery, sit on the couch, and nothing gonna happen. You still have to put the work in. You still have to get into the gym. They tell you that one. You still gotta go to the gym? You know, people think, oh, I'll go to the gym one of these days. You have to go to the gym. It's almost a prerequisite. You gotta pretty much sign up. I mean, if I was your trainer, it'd be a freaking contract. You're going to the gym if you have weight loss surgery. I'm letting you know right now, you will go to the gym. Now, I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry, my bad. It isn't the easy way out. Don't let anybody tell you that it is. And learn about what's going on with you. Learn about what is going to happen, what did happen, and what should have happened, or what should not have happened, the way you can actually sit there and say with great pride when somebody tells you this is the easy way out. I can't say the word because probably my kids are watching, so I can't say the F word. But you can tell them. I got some kids saying, will you ever tell them with pride? Because it's not. I mean, weight loss isn't easy, period. All right? I mean, I got, like I said, you know, I mean, my girl's on her own weight loss journey. And I'm going to tell you what, she'll be the first to tell you this shit ain't easy. Again, don't let it get to you, right? Don't let the people tell you it's the easy way out, because it is not, okay? It is a very honorable thing to do, and if you need to have it done, get it done. Don't let anybody talk you out of it, especially if it's for a medical reason, okay? Guys, now, we've gone into what your fellow sleevers may tell you, what I know to tell you. And it's pretty much things that I'm always getting told. Why didn't they tell me? So I'm gonna throw that in there every so often too. Why didn't they tell me? Well, now we're gonna go. I'm gonna go into the medical field a little bit, become Dr. Six, and tell you a few things that the doctors don't tell you. Now, I was gonna try my best not to get into too much medical here. But of course, you know, everything I say it can and will be backed up by medical research. So, and like I'm not lying to you. All right. Now, take for instance, one of the things that they may not tell you is you may get depressed post-surgery. Doctors may not tell you that. The thing is, there's a proven link between obesity and depression. In other words, there's a definite link between being fat and being sad. And while the majority of the patients who undergo bariatric surgery, they experience an overall improvement in well-being, so to speak, but some of them don't. Feelings of depression can actually get worse for some people. Researchers from Yale, they published a study in the Obesity Journal in which 13% to 50% of the patients that they studied reported an increase in what's called the Beck depression anxiety. All right, I'm not going to get into that and let you look it up. Beck, B-E-C-K, depression anxiety. What is it? Basically, it's a numerical rating that's going to measure their disordered behavior based on self-esteem and social functioning for about 6 months or so after gastric surgery. So, again, Beck, B-E-C-K. What I said? Oh yeah, Beck depression. Not back depression, Beck depression. Now, I'm sure a lot of them are going to tell you this. Some of them don't, because they are more zoned in on the surgery. That they won't tell you excessive skin is going to be an issue for you. You're going to have to get corrective surgery, and a lot of times it's going to be costly. That's pretty much a given, but some doctors just don't say it. Did any of them tell you that you're going to be taking a crap more? I'm going to tell you that. You're going to be living on the toilet a little bit more than what you normally do. No? Well, for some reason they don't. I don't know why. But here's the thing. About 8% of the patients that undergo the gastric bypass surgery will experience bouts of diarrhea. Otherwise, another form of dumping. Okay? A lot of times they get misdiagnosed, and it's called IBS. A lot of times that get mixed up. But the American Society, there you are. The American Society on Metabolic and Bariatric Surgery says that it's usually the result of poor food choices. All right, to include refined sugars. Sugar. Again, on the sugars. I don't know the thing with the sugars. But they may have something there, huh, about sugars. But to include fried foods and some fats. Kind of goes back to what I said on the last post about keto might not be the best thing because of the fat content. Man, kind of proven true in my 6th man. Nobody's talking about now. Anyway, and some dairies, and it can have a mild to severe symptom reaction to you. Sweating, flushing, lightheadedness, desire to lay down, nausea, cramping. You'd be farting a lot. You'd be walking all of a sudden, oh crap, you gotta find yourself a bathroom soon. And hopefully you're in a neighborhood that they're actually having a lot of work going on so you can find your porta potty. That stuff does happen. That happens all the time, but it does happen. Alright, this is kind of like, like a disclaimer. It don't mean it's going to happen, it means it can happen. Alright, so don't freak out, alright? It's just something that doctors don't tell you. Constipation, and again, you're going to be farting a lot, or experts refer to as, I don't want to say it, but it's kind of stupid, flagellant expression, or malodorous flatortus. I'm not laughing at y'all, I'm laughing at the freaking word, because I can't say it right. Malodorous flatortus, or something like that. Anyway, but again, oftentimes it get misdiagnosed as IBS, and if you don't tell a doctor that you're seeing that you had surgery, that's exactly what they're gonna say. Oh, you got IBS, we need to put you on this medicine. And it actually is, it's just stuff going on with your temperature, with your tum. Now, it could boost the risk of alcohol use or abuse. Did I tell you that? One study published by the JAMA Journal examined, had a few people that had the surgery, and 1 to 3, and from 1 month, 3 months, to 24 months, or something like that, after the surgery, found that the patient's risk for increased alcohol use after the procedure was significantly higher. That's because patients have a higher peak alcohol levels. The peak is a lot higher, so which means that you don't need to drink that much to get drunk. And the research stuff, you get them real quick, and the hangover really isn't that bad. But you can still have a hangover. But anyway, the whole thing is that you wind up drinking more so than what you used to because you get there that much faster. Okay? Which will lead to abuse. They probably don't tell you that. Alright, so. One thing that they probably didn't tell you, you still need to go to the gym. Get a gym membership. Get a garage full of equipment. Not necessarily, no. But they tell you what to work out, but they don't tell you what to do. They don't tell you, okay, look, you need to do some cardio. You need to put the weight training in. You need to put the time in. They don't tell you these things. All they tell you is get a freaking gym membership. And then hope that throw the balls and hope for the best. It's like cracking a freaking wishbone and hoping for the best. You can't do that. Okay? And that's one thing that I'm trying to work on with a partner of mine, is trying to get to where bariatric surgeons, they have ways to be able to tell a patient, okay, look, you're going to have to go to the gym. Here's what's available in this area. These are trainers that are available to you. This is one of them. He's a badass. Give him a call. Stuff like that, because people need to be told. And they're not, at least not being told to the degree where it can help. The success is a long-term project for patients down the go, but it's a serious procedure. All right, and just like anything else, anything serious, you've got to take it seriously. All right, subsequent weight loss, if you'll feel better, if you're more active, you take less medications, and you'll treat other complications a whole lot easier because this is probably the toughest thing you'll ever do. And definitely going to improve your quality of life. Doctors always say it because they want to seem like they're bragging, but it's the truth. Now, the risks of surgery they're low compared to doing nothing at all. You know what that means? Anybody tell you that? It's because they won't say it because surgery seems, because it is it's a hard procedure, it's a tough procedure, and it's major surgery. But it's better than doing nothing, right? The weight loss surgery has a reputation for being risque. The procedures are, over the years, have gotten so much easier where they're going in with little robots and going, doing a thing and getting out. They're not cutting you open like they used to. They're not cutting you like a pig. Now they're going in and just, so a lot of times some of these more upscale doctors are using lasers. But it reduces, by using that, the new technology today is reducing the complications and security breaches by, say, 5%. which is crazy awesome. All right, the risk of staying obese, such as heart disease, diabetes, stroke, or even death, is a lot more. All right, you stay fat, you run the risk of 50% or better of running high risk stuff like diabetes, heart disease, stroke, constant fainting spells, which leads to what? Concussions. So 50%, which is crazy. So yes, it's better to have surgery than doing nothing at all. Now, going into another thing, there's this new thing now, and they don't tell you this, doctors won't tell you this because it takes business away, and that is the new hunger control device that's out there now. And what this thing is called the Maestro, actually what it is, it's a rechargeable setup. They won't tell you about it because it takes business away, but really what it's really made for is the FDA approved, and it's first of its kind. It's kind of like a pacemaker, but it's for weight loss. It's what it's made for is for the more obese who can't have the surgery yet because they're just way too far gone to do this thing. And what it does is it sends electronic pulses to the nerve centers of the body to control hunger in the brain. Again, training the brain. There must be something there, about training the brain. Y'all didn't think about that, training the brain. Because the brain controls everything. Okay? So anyway, it works on the control centers in the brain that releases all the endorphins, releases all the hormones that tells you that you're hungry and need to eat. It's a good option for the severely obese. So if you're looking to go into surgery and he says, look, you're not ready for it, I can't help you, ask him about this, guys. It is FDA approved. It is legit. It's called the Maestro rechargeable weight loss something. Anyway, Maestro, M-A-E-S-T-R-O. M-A-S-T-R-O. That's right there. Put it up there for you. Maestro. All right. The whole thing, I think it's called, I'm going to look it up when I get back to the house. I think it's called the Maestro rechargeable system. It's right there, okay? Again, they don't tell you about it because they don't want to lose business. Now for the big dog. This is the one thing that, to this day, plagues a lot of people, and people don't want to talk about it because they don't want to admit it, guys. And that is, this damn thing can put a strain on your marriage. Did they tell you that in the beginning? Some of y'all are figuring that right now. I hear it all the time. I get DMs all the time. Then, guys, the drastic physical transformation, okay, that can lead to emotional changes that you go through, both physically and emotional, it could jack up your relationship. I know of at least one study that was good. I think it was made by Harvard. I think maybe it's Yale. I gotta look it up and remember, but one of those two, Harvard or Yale, might have been both. But they found that divorce rates went up among couples that had a bariatric partner. Why? It's the attention. It's the brain trip. It's because all of a sudden you went from being shit to fit, or you went from having no friends at all to all of a sudden having a lot of friends. You went from getting no attention to having all the attention. It's crazy, and it mostly happens in the first year. If you guys make it to the first year, you're off the races and you got it made. It's more to it than having a partner. A lot of times, you ask the husband of a bariatric woman or the wife of a bariatric husband, a lot of times they'll tell you, I loved him just the way he was. He did it for him because he needed it, or he did it for her because she needed it, but she loved you just the way you were. Again, train the brain, change the body, don't change who you are. I hear this all the freaking time, but it's true, guys. It does affect. How you fix that? One thing that we're talking about on Instagram, that's for damn sure. There's a lot of people out there that attain it because of this, guys, and you can't be. I would highly recommend do not talk about this to people on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Don't bring it up there, guys, because there's a lot of people out there that are going through the same problems you are that ain't figured out how to handle it. So it's like the blind leading the damn blind. Go to a therapist. Go to a counselor. Go to Dr. Frankenstein. I don't care. But don't go to someone who's having the same issues you are. You want to be a millionaire? I've said it many times. You want to be a millionaire? Go talk to a millionaire. You don't talk to somebody who's making $25,000 a year. I'm sorry if this offends people, but if you don't know how to fix a problem, then don't go to someone who doesn't either, okay? It's gonna make it worse. can cause negative problems, everything else. I mean, sex goes down, relationship goes down, you're taking longer to come up from the gym, you ought to say talking, next thing you know, you're sleeping in the couch, he's sleeping in the bed, or vice versa, you're using different showers, his and hers towels, or his and hers different bathrooms now. Guys, don't let this thing change who you are, all right? Let it change your body, let it change the vessel, don't let it change what's inside, all right? That's it, guys. Just know who you are. So I hope that's the only serious thing I had here, because a lot of this was kind of funny if you think about it, but it is true. So guys, that's pretty much it. I didn't want to make it too long. Hopefully I didn't. But rolling into the out parts of this, guys. My take on it is, guys, just love yourself. Know what you did. Know what you're doing. If you don't know, ask. If you have the slightest bit of question, ask. But ask someone who knows. All right, and guys, if somebody asks you, and if you don't know, be the bigger person. Say, no, I don't know, but I may know somebody who does. I do it all the time. Somebody asks me, hey, do you know? No, I'll figure it out. I'll let you know. I mean, everything that I put out on YouTube, everything I put on Instagram is backed up by some kind of way. That I can guarantee you. So if I can do it, why can't y'all? And it's more than just physical, guys. So, again, guys, just know who you are. Be true to yourself. Be true to your families. If you have questions, ask. Ask the right ones. All right, we out here, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you have fun. Instagram, right there. Bam. Hit me up on MI6 WLS support. Go ahead and turn on the post notifications. That way you know when things come up brand spanking new and before everybody else does. And over here, Triple AM on YouTube. See it right there. It is. Hit it. Like it. Ring it. Subscribe to it, guys. All right, we're out of here, guys. Thanks a lot. Until we push on and search yourselves.